Well, that could have gone differently. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down another set of picks for the top 10 avoidable deaths in movies.
Look, eventually, you're gonna hang up the claws, and it's gonna make a lot of people very sad.
Huh?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're racking up some more memorable movie deaths that just didn't have to be. Oh, and if you're thinking of a demise that should be here, be sure to check out our first list on the topic.
Off you go then. Nah, man, you're pulling your leg. It's crucifixion, really.
Number 10. Half the Universe. Avengers Infinity War. Like death, Thanos claims he's inevitable, but we're not so sure. Yes, he's one of the strongest beings in the known universe, and picked up Infinity Stones like they were daisies, but our heroes would probably play things differently were they to get another chance. What if Loki hadn't revealed the Tesseract? What if Scarlet Witch had killed Vision to begin with? What if Quill had kept his cool on Titan? And gosh darn it, what if Thor had gone for the head?
You should have gone for the head.
These questions boggled the minds of characters and fans alike for a long time after. While Doctor Strange claims there was no other way, it really didn't seem like it at the time. Number 9. X-Force, Deadpool 2. Going into this superhero sequel, hopes were high for the spin-off super team X-Force.
Isn't that a little derivative?
That is, until the movie pulled a bait and switch on the audience, taking out nearly every would-be hero almost as soon as they were introduced. It was a simple setup: parachute down to the prison convoy and break out a young mutant. Only most of them didn't get that far, as high winds diverted 4 of them into sudden death. While the powerless Peter lands safely, it isn't long before he too meets a grisly end at the hands of some acidic vomit. Oh well, at least Deadpool turned back time to save his sugar bear in the mid-credits sequence.
Go home, Sugar Bear, go home.
Number 8. Derek's roommates, Zoolander. The male models in this movie aren't the sharpest tools in the shed. Case in point, when Derek and the gang look to turn his frown upside down with some orange mocha frappuccinos. They get a little too celebratory during a fuel up at a gas station. Instead of pumping gas into their car, they instead opt to spray it all over each other in a playful fight. As if that wasn't dumb enough, Brent has the bright idea to light a cigarette, instantly setting off a fiery explosion. Sheesh, what were they thinking? Oh yeah, they weren't. Number 7. High Priest, Monty Python's Life of Brian. People aren't perfect. Sometimes words slip out, and sometimes there are consequences. But it's been a while since those words resulted in stoning.
And all I said to my wife was, that piece of halibut was good enough for Jehovah. Blasphemy! He said it again!
However, in Monty Python's biblical parody, this throng of bearded women, we mean men, are more than eager to get in a few shots at a man accused of saying Jehovah. Problem is, anyone who inadvertently says Jehovah in reference to someone else saying Jehovah gets an immediate rock to the face.
Even, and I want to make this absolutely clear, even if they do say Jehovah.
This is something John Cleese's High Priest learns the hard way, as his utterance is the final straw for the angry mob, who unload their entire arsenal upon him. All he had to do was avoid saying just one word. Number 6. College Kids, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Within the horror genre, teenagers dying one by one in and around a cabin in the woods is nothing new. What is new is them dying by their own hand in the grisliest of fashions. When a simple misunderstanding leads them to believe they're being hunted by murderous rednecks, they fight back, only with less than stellar results. From impaling themselves on tree branches, to falling on their own spears, to diving headfirst into a wood chipper, they can't seem to not accidentally kill themselves.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense.
Holy shit, we have got to hide all of the sharp objects.
Let this be a lesson not to jump to conclusions based on appearances, and that talking things out can save you a lot of grief. And blood. Number 5. Marvin, Pulp Fiction. What good is a safety if you're not going to use it? Hell, why even hold a gun if your intent is just to have a theological conversation, let alone aim it right at their head? These are questions Vincent Vega certainly asked himself after he accidentally redecorated the backseat with Marvin's brains.
Hey, look, man, I didn't mean to shoot the son of a bitch. Going off, I don't know why.
It proved to be an effective and humorous jolt for the viewer, especially considering how it could have been easily avoided had Vincent taken a class in gun safety, not to mention basic etiquette. Of course, Vincent and Jules are more worried about the car than the victim. Hey, accidents happen? Number 4. Jonathan Kent, Man of Steel. We thought Superman was supposed to save people. Not so initially in Zack Snyder's gritty take on the character. Before his demise, Jonathan Kent was convinced the world wouldn't accept his superpowered son, and so discouraged Clark from revealing his true self no matter the cost.
People are afraid of what they don't understand.
Well, turns out the cost was the elder Kent's life, as he gets caught up in a tornado while trying to help a dog to safety. Clark feels compelled to save him, which would have been virtually effortless, but with one hand gesture, Jonathan convinces him otherwise. Yeah, in retrospect, he probably should have just done it. Number 3. Sirius Black, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This one hurts. When Harry has a vision of his godfather being tortured by Voldemort, he understandably takes action.
Where's Sirius?
Upon arriving at the Department of Mysteries, the group learns that the vision was false, tricking Harry into falling into the clutches of the Death Eaters. In the ensuing battle, the real Sirius arrives to save the kids, only to be suddenly struck down by Bellatrix Lestrange. While we empathize with Harry's emotions and subsequent decision, in hindsight, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened had he persisted in contacting the Order first, or even Sirius himself through the Flu Network. We were just getting to know and love Sirius. Why did he have to go? Number 2. Dr. Andrew Fastback, World War Z. Say what you will about the film's use of CGI, the zombies depicted here are some of the most intimidating put to screen. That said, sometimes running isn't the best plan, especially when you let your fears get the better of you and you're holding a cocked weapon.
Keep your finger off the trigger.
Instead of letting the soldiers handle the few zombies that attack them, Fastback's flight reaction kicks in. As he turns to ascend back up the plane's steel ramp, he doesn't account for the excessive rainwater, promptly slipping and putting a bullet in his head. Sometimes survival is as simple as watching where you're going, as White Boy Bob's demise in Steven Soderbergh's Out of Sight also proves. Just watch where you're going, okay? Before we unveil our top pick, here are some dishonorable mentions.
Hard left, here.
A true ninja is a master of himself and his environment. So don't forget, we're turtles! At some point in our lives, we all wanted to be a superhero.
Open wide.
Number 1. Security Guard, Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery. In this send-up of the super spy genre, over the top and drawn out is the franchise's bread and butter, and the same goes for its death sequences.
Why don't you just shoot him now? I mean, I'll go get a gun, we'll shoot him together. It'll be fun. Bang!
While plenty of characters die unnecessarily and witlessly, there's really only one that had every opportunity to prevent it.
They're coming!
Hang on, I'm gonna floor it. Watch out! Move! Move! Move!
And we mean every opportunity. When Austin and Vanessa storm the nefarious Virtucon headquarters, they find themselves commandeering a slow-moving steamroller to evade the guards. One guard, however, finds himself directly in their path, and accepts his fate way too early. Hilarious as this scene is, all he had to do was take a step to either side, and with plenty of time to spare. Hell, you have a gun. Just shoot him. Ugh, henchmen, are we right? Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.